Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Ultra Squad, and today this is part 5 of What If Deku Was Shadow the Hedgehog. I'm gonna do a few changes. For one, Melissa is actually gonna be like inside the ship. I'm changing like female Bakugo with Melissa because I actually think it would be actually better. So that's actually all I'm actually doing for the change, and with that, let's just start the video. Last part where we actually left off to where it was actually at the USJ to where Shadow, if you guys actually hear me say Shadow, is actually Izuku. As Shadow, Silver, and Sonic, they actually defeated the Nomu and the police just arrived. As they actually take all like the UA students back to the police station to where right there, Katsuki right there like no, to where Bakugo, like, she was actually right there, like, saying that, I'm not going right there with you people. To where the police would just say, like, if you don't come with us, you be a suspect. To where, like, Bakugo just virtually accepts, and they take them to the police station. They question the students and the teachers about what happened. When they were actually done questioning, they actually just drove them back to UA. As with that, everybody actually just went home. We'll actually have a time skip to where we will actually see right there Shadow, Silver, and Sonic at that base. And we will see right there like Shadow actually getting ready just to go out somewhere. As Shadow is actually getting ready, as he will actually get a call on his phone. As he would just smile. Hey, it's Melissa. As Shadow will just answer the call. As right there, we will actually see Melissa there doing like a FaceTime video call to where Shadow would just say like, "Hey Melissa, how are you doing?" As to where Melissa would say like, "Shadow, Izuku, it's good to see you. How are you?" To where the Shadow would say like, "I'm actually all good." What's up? You called. To where Melissa would say like, "I just wanted to go and check up on you, and to see how you guys were actually doing." Of course, I just actually just finished like my schoolwork, so I just decided to see like how my two friends that like three friends I actually doing. To where Shadow would say like, "Well, doing all right." To where Sonic would just zoom in and he would just snap the phone off right there, Shadow, as Sonic would say like, "Oh hey Melissa, I heard right there Shadow talking to you. How are you doing? How's things? Do you want me to come right there to Isle Island? Is there like a problem?" Sonic would say. To where Melissa would just actually chuckle, and she would just say like, "No, Sonic, I'm just checking up to see how you guys actually are." And Sonic would say like, "Oh, I'm all good. We actually got attacked right there from the USJ." To where Melissa would actually kind of be shocked. Are you guys all right? Is everybody all right? To where Shadow would say like, "Yeah, there's actually nothing big had to happen. Everyone's actually alright. It was just some low, weak villains actually that you can actually find on the streets or wherever." As Melissa would just actually like let out a deep breath as she would just say like, that's good. How Silver, she would say. As right as Sonic would say like, like Frieza, sorry. As Silver, he's actually all good. You know him. He's actually working on his like mechanic. He's actually here. One sec. I'll put you on the big screen. Sonic would say, as he would just flip the screen as sorry guys. There was actually like a big like TV screen, a flat screen inside the room. They will actually see Melissa there, as she will actually like do like a FaceTime whatever. As Silver would just say like, Melissa, it's good to see you. How are you doing? To where Melissa would just say like, "Oh, hey Silver, you were still working on your inventions, huh?" To where Silver would say like, "Yeah, I actually got to, like, finish off my things, my project. I just, like, I want to see what I actually can do." To where Melissa would just say like, "Well, whatever you do, you're pretty much ready to do a great job at it." As Shadow would say like, "Well, Melissa, it's actually good to see you again. I was actually kind of wondering if, you know, if if you need anything, you can actually just call." To where Melissa would say like, "Yeah, Shadow, don't worry about it. I know right if I need anything, I can just call you guys, especially you." As Sonic like no Shadow would just smile as Sonic would just see the scene as he would just say like ah okay. Well anyway Melissa, I'll catch you. I'll talk to you later. Oh wait, but first, how's actually your dad and your dad and mom? To where Melissa would say like mom's actually doing right there some office work. As dad, well, Papa, he's actually inside his actually like lab doing some inventions and so on. To where um, Shadow would say like, well, tell them both that we actually said hi, and tell your dad to don't push yourself. I actually can't feel like these days he's actually stressed. To where Melissa would just actually say like, yeah, he is, but don't worry, he's not pushing himself that much. Well, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye. And she would just end the call as Shadow would actually get himself like ready just to go out. Sonic would just rush back to his seat as he would just start eating right there like a chili dog. As Sonic would just say like, so you and Melissa are actually getting along pretty well. What's actually with you two, lovey dubbies? To where Shadow would say like, shut up, Sonic. There's nothing going on between us. We're just friends. Every day Shadow like no Sonic would just say like, oh get real, you like each other. At this point you guys should just marry each other. She likes you, you like her. It's perfect. I'll start with the wedding plan. And before he can even say anything, Shadow just goes. He just throws one random object at his face. Shadow was just like, huh, it's good to actually shut you up once in a while. To where Sonic would say like, what was that for? Oh, my face. Wait, my chili dog. No. To where Shadow would actually just walk all the way to Silver, as he would just say like, so you got it. To where Silver would just hand Shadow one USB stick, and he would just say like, yeah, it's here. Just give it to him, okay? To where Shadow would just nod as he would just go down, as he would just go to the elevator, as he would just go and press one button, bringing him all the way to like the down floor. As when the elevator stops and opens, we will actually see like Shadow is actually at the place where they actually keep their cars or whatever. They're basically the garage. As Shadow will actually pretty much walk up to his actually bike, as he will actually as it would be like a garage to where Shadow would just walk up to his motorbike to where he actually keeps it. As Shadow will actually gets on, as he will actually put on his helmet. And with that, Shadow will actually just start the engine and he would just ride out of there. To where Shadow will just go open, press one button, to where one door will actually just open, and Shadow will just run right through it. As Shadow is actually riding through, he actually just goes and makes one wheelie, and with that, he goes and crashes into the waterfall. Well, he actually goes through the waterfall actually, to where Shadow was actually now riding all the way to his destination. As as Shadow is actually riding, he can't help but think to what Sonic actually said to him that day. To where he would actually just say like, ah, Shadow, you actually still keeping that promise to Melissa? He would say, as that thing actually rings inside his head. As we will actually have a flashback to where we will actually see right there like a young Izuku as he was actually on island as he was actually like alone as he was just actually inside a park as Shadow was actually just drinking like his juice as sorry guys as Shadow is actually just drinking. He actually sees one person that actually comes up to him. Shadow, it's actually good to see you. How are you? We will see right there a young Melissa, around like how should I say, 12 years old actually. As Shadow would just say like, oh Melissa, yeah, what do you want? Shadow would say. And Melissa would say like, I just came to see you, of course, to sit it next down to Shadow. As Shadow would just actually move away, saying like, well, I don't want any company, so you can just leave. To where Melissa would say like, you seem lonely. To where Shadow would say like, well, I like being alone. It's not that bad. To where Shadow would just keep on drinking his juice. As Melissa would say like, come on, what happened? You got into a fight? To where Shadow would say like, huh, What do you mean, like, what do you mean I got myself into a fight? To where Melissa would just go, she would just raise shadows like, like hair that was actually blocking his eyes. And she would just see like one mark, like on his forehead. To where it was actually like one cut or bruise there. To where like Melissa would just sigh, she would say like, Shadow. To where Shadow would just say like, whatever Melissa, it's nothing. As Melissa would say like, it's not nothing. You really actually gotta stop this. To where Shadow would say like, it's nothing, Melissa, trust me. You were just picking right down some kid, I just went and deal with it. Nothing much. To where Melissa would say like, you used your power, didn't you? To where Shadow would say like, no, don't like to use it. Cost it. I can easily kill someone with it. That's why I have these rings. As Melissa would say like, Shadow, whatever right there, like dark power, whatever it is, you're still the same. Trust me. And you shouldn't have to be afraid of your powers and start right there isolating yourself from the group. Trust me. Oh, let's make a promise about this. Let's make a promise. I'll make a promise that I'll always be by your side, no matter what. To a Shadow would say like, whatever. It doesn't really matter towards me. To where Melissa would just say like, say it. Shadow would just give her, he would just say like, fine. I promise that I'll always be with you. To where Melissa would just smile as we will actually have like an end of flashback. As right now we will actually see like Shadow actually just thinking about that as he's still driving on his bike going to his destination. About a few minutes past where Shadow will actually go to like one like apartment to where Shadow would just go and park his bike and he would just enter the apartment. As Shadow was actually climbing up the stairs, he actually just reached a room. B20 like 241 to where Shadow would just pretty much knock on the door as one person would just open it. Shadow, you're here. You got the thing right there from Silver? To where Shadow would just say like, it's right here, I'm coming in. To where Shadow would just walk in as the mysterious person right there would just go and lead Shadow to his living room. As right there, we would actually see like Shadow sit on a couch. The person would just say like, well, I actually got what Silver actually wants. Here. As he would just actually toss right there like Shadow like the like one big like brown like envelope. It seems like to have documents or whatever. So where Shadow will actually just toss the files as with that Shadow would say like, so how you been doing, Dawn? To where like and the person now identified as Dawn as he would just say like, oh, nothing much. I've just been keeping good. Shadow right there like wanted me to actually get these files like from somewhere, whatever. He said he needed them for his project or whatever. I actually just got him. This is actually what he actually needed, right? To where he would just say like, yeah, it's what he needs. Anyways, how you been keeping? To where Dawn would say like, I've just been keeping actually all good. Sorry. To where Dawn would say like, oh, I've been keeping all good, and things like that. Guys, if you can actually hear my voice breaking, I'm kind of sorry about that. As right there, Dawn would say like, so, I heard right there you started school. You won't be able to do that much of your hero's work. Your hero license actually expires in about 1 month, right? To where Shadow would say like, yeah, the three of us actually. I can't believe it. Going around the world, training with different heroes and so on. It's actually kind of right there like hard to believe. And I'm actually in school. Huh. To where Dawn would say like, yeah, it's pretty much crazy. Anyway, say hi to your mom. I pretty much right there gotta go. I actually have a date with my girlfriend actually. To where Shadow would say like, well, I'll catch you later, Dawn. Thanks for the work. As to where Shadow was actually about to leave, to where Dawn would say like, you heard about the incident about the UFJ? To where Shadow would say like, yeah, I was actually there. To where Dawn would say like, oh, I didn't actually know. You probably destroyed whatever people were actually trying to invade that place. Dawn would say. To where Shadow would just say like, it was nothing too much. Anyways, I'll catch you later. And Shadow would just leave the building, and he would just go and hop on his bike, and he would just go and he would just drive all the way to one random place. And we will actually have a time skip to where we will actually see Shadow at one convenience store. As we will see Shadow actually buying himself like a bottle of juice. As Shadow was actually just drinking his juice, he actually just keeps on thinking about the USJ. About that Nomu. Heck, it's definitely Dr. Eggman's at work. Definitely for sure. I'm pretty sure Silver is actually kind of working on it. Ah, man, this is actually stressful. Why does my life have to be like this? Anyways, I think right there I better actually head back. I think Mom would pretty much get mad at me for me staying late. Uh, right there, Shadow would just go and he would just hop on his. I know he would just finish his drink and he would just toss his like can inside like a bin, as he would just go and he would just drive off. As Izuku was actually driving, he actually makes it back to actually his house, as to where when Shadow actually walks in, he's actually greeted by his mom. Oh hey Shadow, how are you doing? To where Shadow will say like, I'm actually good mom. I just went to do something right there for Silver. As right there Inko will say like, well, I'm actually glad that you actually came back. Oh, Shadow, you came here? Good. I'm actually was wondering when you were actually coming back. To where we actually see Sonic there with also Silver on his laptop. As right there, Shadow would just say like, it's actually good to see you guys. As Sonic would just rush and he would say like, so Shadow, seems like you're actually already here. Mind cooking dinner for us? To where Shadow would just sigh, he'd say like, again? To where Inko would say like, please Shadow, oh actually right there don't mind like I actually don't mind myself cooking, but I can't live without that your delicious meal. And Inko would just start drooling over the delicious food the Shadow would make. And Shadow would just sigh, he would just say like, alright. To where Shadow would just go inside the kitchen and he would just start cooking. About right there like 40 minutes passed to where Shadow actually makes curry for everybody. Dinner's ready, Shadow would say, as they would just go rush onto the table, not a second to spare. As the moment they actually take one bite out of Shadow's food, they're completely in awe. Oh my god, Shadow, your food is it's like you're gifted from a god. You're talented. You should just quit being a hero and become a chef. Oh, Sonic would say. And Ingo would say like, thank you, Shadow. I'll actually try to make something tomorrow. It's just that I couldn't live without that delicious food again. I think it would say, a shadow would say like, without this house, this thing, you guys will actually just completely die without me. Without me. Silver would just say like, you outdone yourself, brother. Good job. After that, Shadow would say like, oh yeah, Silver, I was actually kind of wondering about the USJ. Did you actually get rid of like the video footage or whatever from the fight that we fought that Nobu? To where Silver would just say like, yeah, I got it already recorded. I got my drones recording the whole fight. I actually just reported it to the police, and they actually kind of seems alright with it. So yeah, to where Shadow would say like, that's good. Well, I better actually get some rest. Tomorrow right there we have school, and I think right there like Razorhead is pretty much gonna be in the hospital after that beating. As we will actually have a time skip, we will actually see Shadow, Silver, and Sonic walk into actually that class, like to UA. As they're walking, they actually makes it into like into the school. And they actually just walk to the class, and they will see everybody there just chatting about the USJ incident. To where Shadow would just go, and he would just sit down in his seat, and he would just go take out his earphones, and he would just start playing music, not caring like at one bit slightest. To where Ida would just go, he would just runs up, he would just say like, Midoriya, that's a rule right, that's a rule breaking right there. You're not allowed to take your earphones out or play music during class. To where Shadow would just say like, listen, Ida, I'm not in the mood to listen to you talking. Just let it be, alright? To where Ida would say like, what do you mean let it be? This is disrespectful. Put your phone away, and before he can even say anything, Eraserhead just walks into the classroom. Alright, kids, go and take your seat, and we'll continue right at the lesson. To where everybody we see right Eraserhead in one kind of bandage or whatever. Kind of seems like a mummy. As Mina would say like, sir, should you not be like in hospital? you actually seem kind of injured, to where if Razorhead would just say like, I'm fine. Anyways, they said in about like a few days I'll actually be all good, so no big deal. Anyways, I'm actually here to actually tell you, ever since the USJ, there's actually been like security measures, so we're actually upgrading securities. But whatever, I'm actually here to tell you about the sports festival that's actually coming up. In about 2 weeks, you guys actually have. In about 2 weeks, you guys have enough time to actually start training, because the sports festival is actually around the corner. And seeing that you guys got attacked from the USJ, you guys better actually get yourself prepared. Because right now, a bunch of first years will actually now start to compete just to get into the hero course. And if you guys fail, one of you guys will actually get kicked out of the hero course if you guys don't make good performance in the sports festival. To where everybody will just actually start to pale. Wait, if we actually fail or lose, one of us will get kicked out? To where Eraserhead would say like, yeah. Or if the other teams, or if the other classes from the first year wish to compete to go to the hero course, one of you guys will actually get your spot taken away or whatever. To where Shadow was still listening to his music, not caring at all. He was just still like listening to the teachers, as Razorhead would say like, well, that's it. Or before I even forgot to say anything, you guys are supposed to select a class president or whatever. As everybody would say like, oh, class president, pick me, no, me. As Shadow was not actually listening, like he would just raise like his eyebrow, like he would just open one eye, and he would just close it. He would just like sigh. He'd say like, let's just get this day over with. To where Ito would just suggest to do like the vote, saying that they should actually vote for someone inside the classroom, saying that they can't vote for themselves, even though like he actually wish he can do that. So where everybody actually will actually agree, as they will just go and they will put down the vote, as the vote would like people would just go and vote down like for like the best people. Like for number one, they will vote for Shadow. People will vote for Silver. People will vote for Sonic, and then Momo, and then Jiro, whatever. As to where Ito will just finish counting up the votes. As to where the class president will be Shadow, like Izuku Midoriya, and Momo Yazurozu. As Momo Yazurozu will be like the right hand man. I think it was the deputy. Like I can't speak today. Whatever. Um. No, Momo was actually like the deputy class president. To where Zuko was actually class president. To where Momo was just saying like, I just wish I was actually class president. What the heck? To where Zuko would just say like, how come I got selected to be class president? To where they would see like they actually got the most votes, and seeing that, oh man, what? No, to where Kirishima would just say like, man, what you did at the sport at the USJ? I mean, three of you guys were pretty much close. I mean, you and Sonic and Silver, you guys totally destroyed that bird thing, and I actually voted for you, man. You got total power, and that's why I voted for you to be class president. Kirishima would say, to where right there like Izuku would say like, thanks man. And Kirishima would just say like, no problem man. As Razorhead would say like, you guys are actually already done? Great. Get on right there to your next class or whatever. I'm just sleepy. So we'll actually have a time skip to, we'll actually fast forward about like 2 weeks actually. 2 weeks has actually passed as Izuku, Shadow, like Izuku, Sonic, and Silver, they were actually started to prepare for the sports festival. As seeing that like the already like somewhat pros heroes, this is actually kind of like a breeze for them. But still, they actually just do it because of fun. As the sports festival will just arrive, and everything will actually play similar inside the anime. As we will actually see the Class 1A put inside one room waiting for the sports festival to actually to start. As we will actually see Todoroki walking up to Shadow, And Shadow would just look up at to Todoroki, and he would just say like, you got something to say right there, Todoroki?" To where Todoroki would say like, "Listen here, Shadow. I'm only gonna use right there half of my powers." To where Shadow would just have to raise his eyebrows, and he would just say like, "Why are you even telling me this?" To where Todoroki would just say like, he would just say like, "Seeing that you're actually the strongest inside the class, inside the class, I'm actually just willing to say I'm only going to be using half of my powers, and I won't be actually holding anything back." To where Kishima with this button, he would just say like, "Calm down, guys. It's just like what, a game, a sports festival." To where like Shadow would just say like, "It's not just a game, Kirishima. If one of us fails, we be kicked out of the hero course. So I'm not actually gonna hold anything back." To where Bakugo was actually just, she would just walk up to the two, she would just say like, "Whatever you guys actually think you actually, to where you guys actually think you guys are actually pretty much gonna win. But let me just tell you this, I'm aiming for #1. Got that?" To where Izuku would just actually look at her, she would just say like, "Yeah, whatever, Red Katsuki, don't worry." As to where they will actually hear like an announcement telling them to have to go and meet them at the field or whatever. As they make it there, they will see like a bunch of first years and a bunch of people. As they will actually see like this year represented is actually Midnight controlling like the sports festival or whatever. She will just go and actually announce how should I say the she will actually invite Bakugo, as she will actually tell her to give her like a speech, as as Bakugo will actually just walk up to the stage, as she will just give like the same speech inside the anime, making loads of people hate her. To where Izuku would actually just look at her, as she would just look at Izuku and she would just turn away. She'd say like, "Huh, whatever." As Midnight would just go and announce the first matchup will be like an obstacle race to where everybody has to take their starting position. As Sonic actually just thinks about this, an obstacle race, huh? I won't be holding anything back then. Speed is my game. As Shadow would say like, "This may be a game, but I won't be losing to any of you guys." To where Silver would say like, "Me neither. It's time to put my training to good use." As President Mike would just start doing the countdown, as he would just tell them actually all to go. As before anyone can even react, Todoroki already like froze the hallway. As people like most people were actually stuck in ice. As 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 Shadow would just see that he's actually cased in ice, he would just actually smirk. "Huh, what a sneaky little one you are." To where he would just actually channel his fist in like chaos energy, to where he would just break the ground, and he would just actually make like a massive earthquake, making like people get free from like the ice, as people just actually fall down to the ground. To where Shadow would just go at full speed, just go and charging towards right there Todoroki. To where Sonic would just go at hyper speed, passing right there like a lot of people, trying to catch up to Shadow. As Silver, he does the same to catch up to the boat. As Todoroki is actually just running, getting right there to his next point, he will actually just see right there like Shadow already like past him, as he would just say like, "Huh? Damn it! I forgot right there he has some kind of super having speed or whatever." To where he will actually just try and speed up, and he will just actually as guys, if you guys can't hear noise, I'm completely sorry. Sorry about that. As Todoroki would actually see like Sonic actually pass him, to where like Todoroki would actually think to actually freeze Sonic, to where she would actually try to freeze to where she like he would actually try to freeze Sonic, but to no avail. Sonic is way too fast. He can't even freeze right there like Shadow. And he would see like Silver flying past her at high speed, and past him at high speed. As Todoroki would just say like, "Damn it!" As Shadow will actually find himself at the robots, to where he would just look, he would say like, as he would just say like, "Huh, it's just too easy." To where Sonic, like no, not Sonic, Shadow would just go and he would just go jump at the 0 pointer as completely. He would just use right there like his chaos blast, completely annihilating the robot completely. As Sonic would just go, he was actually just go, and he would just run up like the robots, completely just like how should I say, not caring at all. Sonic would just say like, I think I should show off a little. To where Sonic would just run around the robots, creating right there like one blue tornado as the robot would just fall down as it crashing, completely destroying itself. As Sonic would say like, that's actually easy. Speed is my game. To where he would actually just rush all the way to the next obstacle course, to where he would, as we would go to Silver, as Silver completely with his telekinesis, advanced telekinesis, would completely pick up all the robots into the air, and with that he would actually let it drop down, completely destroying it. And people would actually observe and say like, wow, these three are actually literally the best. As like Shadow was actually racing, he was already in first place, to where he would actually see like Sonic already caught up with him. Sonic would say like, "Oh, hey Shadow, sorry to have to say this, but I'm actually totally gonna win actually first place, and actually I'm gonna let you eat my dust." To where Shadow would say like, in your dreams. To where a Shadow would just go full speed, and he would see the next obstacle course. To where President Mike would go to explain, saying that if they fall, they actually are instantly eliminated. To where Shadow would just go high jump, he would just jump to rock, trying to make it to the other side. To where Sonic would say like, "This is my game here," and he would just go, as he would just do like one high jump, jumping like what he would actually see Shadow, as we would see Silver, and he was just like flying across it like no problem at all. As they will actually make it to the third obstacle course, as it's actually like unexpected. Sonic actually like passed like Shadow, as he was actually just rushing, saying like, and as no, he would just say like, this is actually way too easy. But to him, he actually steps on a landmine, completely exploding it. As Sonic would say like, what the heck? As he would just see right there like, wait, landmines? Don't tell me right there, this place is covered in landmines. As he was just, as Sonic would see like a place with like full of holes and so on, like round circles on the ground. As Sonic actually thinks like, I gotta be careful, or I might blow myself up all the way back to actually to the starting line. He actually says jokingly, to where Shadow he would actually just thinks he would just look about this and he would just say like, easy. He would just completely teleport himself all the way to the front of like the mines, completely passing all of them without even touching them. As right there, the whole crowd would be shocked. Wait, he can teleport? Wait, that's actually awesome. What kind of quirk does he even have? To where like Shadow would say like, it tells right there like a speed and so on. I clearly have the upper hand here. First place is clearly mine. To where Silver would just go fully speed and rushes all the way to Shadow. And he would just say like, not today, Shadow. To where Sonic would say like, screw it. And he would just go, as he would go right there hyper speed, as he would just go run towards like the mine, not caring if he has to get himself blown up. And people actually think like, yo, he's crazy. As Sonic actually just goes, he will actually just catch up to Shadow and Silver. I treat them at neck and neck, trying to get to first place. To where Sonic is actually trying his hardest, to where Silver and also Shadow, as they're actually close to first place, to where Shadow actually does something, and he just goes, and he actually just goes and teleports all the way to the finish line, to where President Mike will just announce Shadow at first place. At second place came Silver, and third Sonic. If you guys are wondering like, wait, how did Sonic came third? Well, Silver uses his telekinesis to pick up Sonic and like make him stop running. So yeah, Sonic was actually a little bit pissed about it, as the rest of the people from the sports festival, Todoroki came, Bakugo came, Momo came, so yeah. But guys, I think I might actually end it here for today. If you guys like, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys inside the next one. Peace.